Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, Episode 3 was a monumental episode for many characters, but it also marked the quiet return of Matthew Gray Gubler as Spencer Reid, and that's by design. For the 15 original seasons of Criminal Minds, Reid worked alongside special agents like Emily Prentice, Paget Brewster, Jennifer, JJ, Jaro, AJ Cook, David Rossi, Joe Mantegna, and Luke Alves, Adam Rodriguez. Together, they formed the Behavioral Analysis Unit in Criminal Minds, the crime-solving team at the epic enter of the series. Over the years, however, many BAU members, like Derek Morgan, Shima Moore, and Aaron Hotchner, Thomas Gibson, have left. Spencer Reid only says one line in his Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3 cameo. The BAU's former Rambler is now a man of few words. Spencer Reid, Matthew Gray Gubler, smiling in Criminal Minds Season 15. Although Spencer Reid's return was teased ahead of the season premiere, his actual appearance in Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, Episode 3 was fleeting. At Will Lomontagna's, Josh Stewart, funeral, Emily and Penelope set up Reid's return by pointing out flower arrangements sent by former BAU members, including Hotch, Morgan, and Reid. The two have a short conversation about Reid's limited communication, with Emily saying she's glad she at least received a text from the doctor, who, according to Evolution, has been on a special assignment since 2020. Just then, Reid appears in the flash, making a grand entrance. Reid enters the church to comfort JJ and her two sons before the service, silently hugging the family. Afterward, Reid joins Emily, Penelope, and Rossi on a church pew. During the funeral itself, the camera lingers on Reid sporadically throughout speeches and tributes, but it's not until the end when he says his first, and last, words of the episode. While saying goodbye to JJ, Reid says, "I'm always here for you guys." With that, Reid makes his exit for the foreseeable future. The circumstances surrounding Reid's return limit his speaking opportunities. Will's funeral wasn't the place for a spectacle. While Reid's silence was noted in Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, Episode 3, it wasn't necessarily out of place. Time to Say Goodbye was all about JJ navigating the days following her husband's sudden death, dealing with her family's grief while denying her own. She may have found a sense of stability by the end of Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, Episode 3, but JJ needed to be the most important character in the episode for the narrative's full effect to hit. Will's death setting up Reid's return in Criminal Minds, Evolution already feels punishing, but if Reid had been made the sole focus during Will's funeral and JJ's mourning, it would have been disrespectful to every character involved. Admittedly, Reid could have spoken to JJ at the cemetery or appeared at the luncheon afterward. I would have settled for a blurry shot of Reid making small talk in the background, but Matthew Gray Gubler disappeared as soon as Will was in the ground. Reid has never been good with dealing with big emotions. Spencer has been the most awkward character from inception. Matthew Gray Gubler as Spencer Reid in an FBI vest with hands up in Criminal Minds. Granted, Reid has never been Criminal Minds' most emotionally intelligent character. His high IQ and perfect memory often made him awkward in social settings, and when Reid experienced traumas, he wasn't prepared to deal with them, using healthy coping mechanisms, at least. Many of Reid's best episodes in Criminal Minds even centered on his inability to process complex emotions, whether it be other characters' feelings or his own. Every so often, Reid would make a sudden shift and relate to an unsub, victim, or co-worker, but the genius often struggled to make and maintain connections based on emotional intimacy. From the start of Criminal Minds, Reid's bond with Gideon was his closest relationship, and it took years for Reid to recover from Gideon's sudden disappearance in Season 3. Later on, Reid struggles after learning of Gideon's death, going through the motions of grief without relying on his support system. Throughout the original series, Reid underwent significant character development, but his quiet return to Criminal Minds, Evolution makes sense, as do the silent ways he shows support, a hug, a comforting hand on the shoulder, a nod. Reid's return, while anticlimactic, was in character and appropriate for the occasion.